Welcome to Matter Investigation 1. This experiment focuses on observing physical properties and their changes. To start, pick any 10 household items with different physical characteristics. Students will then eliminate each of these items one by one based on their physical properties. Only one item will be left behind. To start, have your students take out the items that aren't round. Next, have them take out the items that are easily broken. Now eliminate all the items that aren't shiny. And finally, take out the item that's not flat. Now that students have finished the first part of the experiment, gather these items for the second part. You'll need a magnet, an iron nail, something resembling a sugar cube, a copper penny, a container of water, a piece of paraffin, and a small amount of vegetable oil. Students will do a series of 5 tests on each of these items and record their results. For the first test, test the effects of a magnet on each of these items. Which of these items does the magnet stick to, and why is that? The penny is not a pure substance because the inside of the penny is made of zinc. But if the penny was minted after 1982, the outside part is pure copper. For the second part of this test, notice whether each of these items sinks or floats in water. Notice how their physical characteristics affect whether or not they sink or float. The whole point of this exercise is to notice physical characteristics of chemicals and objects around us. Also notice that the shape of the object really makes no difference as to whether or not it sinks or floats. Test all of the objects, including the oil. Does it stay on the surface of the water or sink below? For the third test, students should record the results thus far in their student journal. Notice whether or not each of these items were soluble or insoluble in water. Did they dissolve or not? For the fourth test, record the colors of the objects in front of you. Colors are physical characteristics that define many of the objects in our world. For the final test, record whether or not each of these items are shiny or dull. Place the shiny objects to one side and the dull objects to the other side. Record the results for each of these items in your student journal.